Performance USA, the greatest entertainers in America, is requested by you, the fighting men of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Okay there, gang. We're wheeling out that four-motor job of yours, Command Performance, and taking off with a full load of answers to those sealed orders you send in to the Special Service Division, Los Angeles, USA. The objective, all fighting fronts of the United Nations. The bomb bays are groaning under the weight of three great orchestras, and the navigation department is setting its course to a galaxy of your favorite stars. And here is your chief pilot and commanding officer of Command Performance, the old fess himself, K. Kyser.
Thank you, Ken Carpenter, and hello, fellas. How are y'all? Our first stop on Command Performance is the northwest corner of North Africa, for Corporal Jack Frankel and a self-styled gang of rough, tough, and sentimental soldiers from Denver, Cincinnati, Chicago, L.A., and New York, who call themselves Court Martial, Skull, and Crossbones, 8-Ball, and Scooter. And they write one of the finest letters we've ever pasted into our old Command Performance scrapbook. Beneath their signatures, they place a big drop of North African mud. Standard equipment with troops over there. Well, Uncle Sam is putting that mud in his victory garden. And along with all your pals who so kindly asked us to play for you, here's Mud in Your Eye, gang, from the whole band, with Sully, Harry, Julie, Max, Jack, and Diane. Let's dance, children.
Got a touch of Texas in my talk. Got a touch of Texas in my walk. Oh, this place will be my ruin, Kaya-Yippin and Wahooin. Take me back to New York. He's a-headin' for the depot. Goodbye, goodbye. Heading for the depot, and here's the reason why.
Got a touch of that Texas in my talk.
Hey-yo-hoo.
Got too much of that Texas in my talk.
Hey-yo-hoo.
Now this place will be my ruin. Too much that yippin' and wahooin'. So take me back to New York. Got a touch of Texas in my hair.
Hey-yo-hoo.
Got too much of that Texas in my hair.
Hey-yo-hoo.
Now Texas down the river keeps a scratching on my pillow. So take me back to Times Square,
Where I've seen every part of. Just what I'm deep in the heart of.
Got a touch of that Texas in my wall.
Hey-yo-hoo.
Got too much of that Texas in my wall.
Hey-yo-hoo.
I rode that Bronco down in Dallas, so be careful of my gallows. Just take me back to New York. And that sunshine in the radio's got me like ripe tomatoes.
Oh, take me back to New York.
Take me back.
Lady-o-hoo.
Just take me back.
Lady-o-hoo.
Take me back.
Got me in these jumping habits. Oh, take me back. Oh, take me back to old New York.
Thank you, kids. And next, by order of Private Aloha Doherty and the Signal Corps, That radio intelligence outfit at 862, the Red Legs at 937, for songwriter Frankie Cease and everybody at Trinidad, for Harry Kramer and the Birds at 633, for you fellows on the battle wagons and flat tops, the Pill Rollers at 921, and all you men in those Red Shield huts in Australia, it's another command performance for America's #1 novelty band, Spike Jones and his City Slickers. Well, welcome to command performance, Spike. But, of course, this is no surprise. I knew it this morning you'd be here.
Well, how'd you know that, Kay?
Listen, when you're driving down Sunset Boulevard and a junk truck blowing a siren whizzes by you, and it's loaded with old plumbing, Swiss bells, and rain pipe, that only means one thing. The City Slickers are moving in.
I'll thank you not to call that trash junk. You know you're talking to Spike Jones, the composer.
Now what immortal thing have you written for the washboard, Spike?
Well, I'd let you read the music if you could read music. But seriously, Kay, a lot of my friends, like myself, were married to the music of that lovely and quiet song, Liebestrom. And, of course, after the wedding, things aren't so quiet. So I figured if they played Liebestrom differently to begin with, well, it wouldn't be such a shock.
Uh-oh. Hand me down my ear cotton. Spike Jones and the City Slickers playing Liebestrom.
Thou art my dream of love in all its splendor, and thine is my heart
That's
alone.
Ralston on the Rill Roy and a brawler, suet.
You art a song that knows no end, dear, and I love each golden
I'll
tone,
be with you in apple blossom time.
where my poor soul will rise in rapture to the sky. I would stay if I could, my dear one, I am thine, my sweet dream of
And I'd like to
love.
have you know we tried our best to please you, so if you've enjoyed the little act, tell all your friends and hurry back.
I've never seen a purple cow. I hope I never see one. But I can tell you anyhow, I'd rather see than be one. Too good for me, I think she ain't mistaken. I'd gladly give her up for one whose heart's more truer.
B.O.
Green so white.
B.O.
Green so white.
You know, I lose more darn arrows that way.
Thank you, Spike Jones and the City Slickers. Say, and while your seconds are rubbing you down, boys, we'll go the next round to thank Milt Hernandez and Ralph Ravenberg at 661 for that swell letter. And roll a couple more sixes for a howdy to Jim Dunnington at 602. The Command Performance listeners at 687. And all the men of that airport group at 635. And especially for Corporal Tony at 958. And the Wildcat Social Club around the world. Say, for you guys who kiss Kiska with those blockbusters, and for Seaman Fred Newman up in Newfoundland, Command Performance proudly presents A Glamour Girl. But this one's a little different. Like a good wine, she's aged a little. Not enough to hurt. Just enough to make her grateful. Yes, sir? That first lady of the Hollywood newsfront, that great actress who is #1 on the hat parade, Hedda Hopper. Let's get her up. Hedda, what is that on your head?
Why, it's just one of my hats. The general motif is of a Christmas tree. How do you like it?
Well, the tree's all right, but the limbs are in bad shape.
Is that so? Well, let me tell you something, tall, blonde, and southern fried. I'll have you know I was a glamour girl once.
This century?
Yes, this century. In fact, I used to be a photographer's model.
You don't say.
Yes, when I was an infant, I used to pose for those talcum powder ads. But I finally gave it up.
Why?
Well, I wanted to get my face in the picture, too. Wasn't I cute in those days? I was barefoot all over. But, Kay, getting back to these modern glamour girls, take this Lana Turner dame. What's she got on me?
Hedda, it isn't what she's got on you. It's what she's got on her that you haven't got on you. But let's get on with our show, Hedda. I know you're patriotic and want to entertain the boys. In fact, you were probably patriotic in the last 2 wars.
Yes, and what was good enough for the fathers is good enough for the sons.
Well, but Hedda, you know, this is 1943. The boys now prefer a little younger type.
Oh, please, Kay. I'll have you know that 3 very charming men proposed to me, and I turned them all down. Harry, Joe, and Grant. Poor fellows. Oh, they were so disappointed. Harry took arsenic, and Joe took cyanide.
What about Grant?
He took Richmond. What am I saying?
Yep. You see what I mean, Hedda? That's it.
Oh, what's the difference? As a musician, you should know that a few years, one way or the other, don't count.
What do you mean?
Well, you can still get a lot of good tunes out of an old accordion if you squeeze it right. Good night, Kay. Good night, fellas.
Good night, Hedda. Thanks a lot, Hedda Hopper. Well, gang, a lot of you in the AEF have asked Command Performance to salute the Russian bear. And a lot of you terrific guys in the United States Merchant Marine who sailed through hell's corridor under the midnight sun, you too have asked this big show of yours for a little of that famous Russian music. So, it's Russia and America together as Ralina Zarova, lovely Russian star of radio and pictures, joins the Balalaika Gypsy Band and the whole orchestra in a 1943 arrangement of Dark Eye.
прекрасная, очень жгучая и прекрасная, как люблю я вас, как боюсь я вас. Знать увидела вас, я невозможный час. Тари, дай, дай, тари, дай, дай, тари, дай, дай, тари, дай, дай, очи черная, очи страстная, очи жгучая, вы мои. That's the way they used to sing this melody when the Volga floats serenely downward to the sea. But now that things have changed a bit, as you are bound to see, you hear that melody the way that it's done in 1943. Oh, gee. Чон, я, очень страстная, очень жгучая, и прекрасная, как люблю я вас, как боюсь я вас. Знать увидел вас, очи черные, очи страстные, очи жгучие и прекрасные. Да-ди-да-ди-да-да, да-да. Очи черные.
Thank you so much, Rolina Zarova, Nick Bolin, and the Balalaika Orchestra, too. Well, fellas, command performers can't mention all the APO numbers every week, so we're mighty lucky when we make connections with outfits like Spike Jones, who's hot stuff with all of you. And hitting a few high spots before Spike ruins our dignity again, we are calling on the letter-writing soldier in the islands, George Villeneuve, and saying howdy to Jeff Nordhorst and Clarence Dodson, two flying gobs from Texas. And tipping our wings to the Pigeoners at 965. And tossing off a toast to the whole AEF with Spike Jones and the City Slickers and their famous number, Clink, Clink, Another Drink.
Another drink, plenty in the cellar when it's gone. Drink, drink, the glasses clink, making tinkling music till the dawn is breaking. Clang, clang, who cares a dang? What's the difference when you're on a spree? Over the teeth, behind the gums, look out stomach, here she comes. I have another drink on me. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Trickle, 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 slice of cheese and bite a pickle. Doesn't even cost a nickel now to wash it down. Whoa!
Clink, clink, no more to drink. I had a cellar full, but now it's gone. Clink, clink, the glasses clink. Like the anvil chorus, and my head is splitting. A busty, a breaky. Oh, brother. Oh, ow. What do I do now? Pink elephants are running after me. Though that stuff was smooth as silk, from now on I'll stick to milk. Nothing else to drink for me. La, 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 la.
Many thanks to Spike Jones, the City Slickers, and thanks to Mel Blanc for the hiccups. And now, gentlemen of the AEF, join us on command performance and pursue the better things in life. We give you that great poet and philosopher, one of the dead from both end kids, Ish Kabibble. Say, Ish, the fellas overseas would like to be reminded of their childhood days. Something sweet and gentle. Do you know any nursery rhymes?
Sure. There was a young lady from Ghent who knew what the fellas all meant. When they asked her to dine, have cocktails and wine, she knew what they meant, so she went.
Ish Kabibble, that's silly. Soldiers don't like that.
Well, then maybe I better dedicate this next one to the Navy. It's a poem about sea life entitled Seaweed. Shall I recite same?
Recite same.
Okay, seaweed. Oh, I wished I was a seaweed, a-floating in the sea, and when the girls went swimming by, I'd tickle 'em with me.
Ish. You're absolutely impossible. Now, I'll give you one more chance, but no more poems. Have you got one of your famous essays you can recite?
Well, Professor, I have written an essay in regards to which I would like to read same entitled Shoes.
Read same.
Okay. Shoes. Shoes are things that come in three kinds of heels, leather and rubber.
But Ish, that's only two heels. Where's the other one?
Walking back and forth in a bomb shelter in Berlin.
Ish, you go to the head of the class. And command performance rolls on toward curfew time with the whole gang. Sully, Harry, Julie, Diane, Jack, and Max, and a top tune off the hit parade.
It seems I've heard that song before.
Let's do it up swell for all the gang out there listening. Harry, Julie, Diane, Jack, Max. Now turn it on, chillin'.
It seems to me I've heard that song before. It's from an old familiar score. I know it well, that melody.
It's funny how a theme
Recalls a favorite dream, a dream that brought you so close to me, close to me. I know each word because I heard that song before. The lyrics said forevermore, forevermore's a memory. Please have them play it again, and I'll remember just when I heard that lovely song before, before.
Well, looks like that's just about all the damage we can do in a half hour. So we'll call in the salvage crew and get them started on next week's job. Many thanks from everybody on Command Performance for those A-1 letters. And thanks from Uncle Sam for that A-1 job you're all doing. Well, this is Kay Kyser speaking from the USA, saying the best of the best from all the folks back home. We're thinking of you. So long, everybody.
This is Ken Carpenter making a final entry to the effect that this program was arranged with the cooperation of the Hollywood Victory Committee. Command Performance is produced for you men of the Armed Forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America.